pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Danker.
Mayor Steen.
Present.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Present.
Councilmember Helly.
Present.
Waller.
Present.
King.
Present.
Bashusta.
Present.
Fisher.
Present.
Baskin.
Present.
We have a quorum, Your Honor.
Thank you. Item number 1, we need a motion for adoption of the agenda with the additions.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 2, a motion for approving the minutes from January 6, 2020 and January 13, 2020. Need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Under recognitions and awards, Chief McKeegan, I am going to let you better stand up and come over here because I think you're going to be up here for a while telling us what about this event.
I think it'll be more Carol telling the story, but I will kind of lead into it. I know Mr. Lang likes to hear the sound of my voice, so I will try to go as long as I possibly can for his benefit. As a police department, we respond to about 2,700 medical calls in any given year. That represents about 1 out of every 8 call for service that we have as a medical. All start with our local dispatch center and are given to our officers and our firefighters respond to. Medical calls also get transferred to Mayo's dispatch so that they can dispatch their ambulance service at the same time the officers and or the fire service is en route. First responders handle almost all of these on scene, which is very different and often a more challenging environment than a hospital setting. The most serious calls for us involve cardiac arrest and are quite a bit more frequent in Austin than I think most people would realize. In any given year, we do have quite a few saves, usually using our defibrillators. As first responders, we are able to get those on very, very quickly. However, our agency rarely publicizes this type of call due to it being a medical issue and having some different data rules associated with it. You would rarely, if ever, hear about some of the saves and stuff like that. In this particular case, Carol McAllister has been kind enough to let her story be known and for us to recognize the first responders involved. On April 14th of 2019, the Austin Police Department, along with Mayo Transport, was dispatched to a Northeast Austin residence on a report that Ms. McAllister was choking on a food item and had been turning blue. The reporting party was a family member, so you can imagine how scary and exciting this was for those involved there. I mean, it's a very traumatic thing. A huge emergency. I mean, this literally is life or death. Officers J.J. Mueller and Mike Nordine arrived on scene. They did begin trying to use the Heimlich maneuver. Choking on food is always part of a CPR course protocol, and so it's always taught if you have the opportunity to attend class. One of the reasons it's taught is it almost always turns into a cardiac arrest if you cannot remove that food item and restore breathing. In this particular case, when Mayo Ambulance was able to arrive on scene, they have some ability to have specialized tools and be a little more invasive than we would be able to, and they were able to remove the food item, get some oxygen to her, and obviously has made a full and complete recovery. However, without that intervention, it is likely that she would have entered cardiac arrest and ultimately possibly passed. So this was a big deal for all involved. And it would have deprived her family, friends, and her community of a very important person. There's a lot of interconnections. I know Carol through the APEC group that we're on. I know Captain Clendon today mentioned he knows her as well. So like I said, there's a lot of interconnectivity, amongst our citizens, and to have an event like this where the officers, Mayo, are all able to work together with the caller, Carolyn's family, to have a save like this really is a big deal. And Carol wanted to make sure the officers were recognized. They did, along with the dispatchers, get letters from us of commendation last summer, but this is an opportunity Carol really wanted to pass on to our folks from Mayo, our 2 dispatchers, Juan and Felicia, that are here, our Mayo, Laura and Carrie, just her thanks, make it public, and help shed some light on what our first responders, the impact they're able to make in the community. So with that, Carol, if you'd, you're welcome to say the words you want, and have you come up to the mic here.
First, I want to thank you for organizing this whole thing. Couldn't have done this without you, so I appreciate that. Thank you very much for having me here and my family. I've got a husband and 5 children, 3 of which are here, and 2 grandchildren, 1 of which are here. So we very much appreciate everything that everybody did for me. So mere words are just not enough to even express my sincere and heartfelt gratitude to the emergency response team that's responsible for saving my life. At approximately 6:30 p.m. on April 14th, 2019, I looked up at our kitchen clock, and I was chewing a piece of steak, and our kitchen clock is above our sink, so that just totally extended my whole neck. And I gasped because I realized what time it was, and I had a whole bunch of things to do before 7 p.m. When I gasped, that piece of meat I was chewing just went right down my throat. Each member of the emergency response team was the difference between life and death for me. They were calm, reassuring voice amongst the chaos that was in our house. My family was, very upset and scared. It's truly a miracle that I'm here today. Their bravery, skill, quick thinking, compassion, and dedication saved my life. The teamwork that they displayed was extraordinary. The Lord orchestrated the miracle, but these were the heroes that were selected to save my life. So I would like to recognize and honor my care team. Dispatchers Felicia Learn.
Would they stand up as she mentions your name, just so we know who you are, please?
And Wanda Weigel. Officer Nordine. Officer Mueller. Laura Beckman. Is a paramedic. Carrie Rossing, EMT. And then Mayo Clinic dispatchers, Judy, I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name, Pico, P-I-C-C-O, and Jordan Newcomb. I want to thank you for all that you do. You are all truly amazing. I would also like to thank my son, Aaron. Aaron is a nurse here at Mayo in Austin, and he started the Heimlich on me and was the one that actually wound up calling 911, so I apologize because I was kind of in and out of consciousness, so I heard him like screaming at the dispatchers. And also my husband, Jack, because he took over for Aaron when he couldn't get the meat dislodged, and then was calling 911. I would also like to recognize and honor Prince, and I don't believe, I thought he was going to be able to make it, but, oh, there he is. It snuck in the back corner, okay. Prince, for his obedience to the Lord, because at 6:30 p.m. on April 14th, 2019, almost the exact minute that meat got sucked down my throat, the Lord told him to pray for me. Prince had no idea at the time why he was praying for me, but he was obedient and began praying until he felt peace at 7 p.m. which was the approximate time when that meat was finally dislodged from my throat. I don't remember a lot of the events because I was in and out of consciousness. But I do want to highlight a few important things that I do remember. I did hear Aaron yell at the dispatcher, "I do not hear the sirens. Tell him to hurry or we're going to lose her." And after hearing Aaron yell, I became very anxious at that point because I realized then that this was very serious. So I prayed right then and there to the Lord to please help me. And I immediately saw the face of Jesus. He had a bright halo above his head, and he calmly smiled at me and said, "It's not your time yet." So I felt peace then, but quite honestly, it seemed like it was a really long time from the time I heard those words until everything was all right. The total length of the 911 call was 6 minutes and 52 seconds. And according to Mayo Clinic, with a completely blocked airway, the brain begins to die within 4 to 6 minutes. Irreversible brain death can occur in as little as 10 minutes. So praise God, I'm very, very lucky because I don't think I have brain damage. My family might maybe disagree with that, but so I don't remember a lot from the deck because I was out of it at that point. But I do, at that point in time, I was kind of having an out-of-body experience and kind of looking down on the deck, seeing the events that was happening. There are so many miracles in this story, and I do need to give also glory to God, because once I got to the ER, they had told me that with the Heimlich maneuver, I probably most definitely have some broken ribs. No broken ribs. My vitals were normal. The CT scan, they did a CT scan to make sure that none of my organs were punctured with all the Heimlich maneuver. Perfectly fine. My blood work was normal. ECG was normal. My husband called our pastor, Pastor Dave Simerson, to ask him to pray for me, and he was 400 feet away from the hospital at the time when Jack called him. So he was on his way to visit his mother in the Cedars, and he was in the ER praying for me within 5 minutes. I had no lost days of work. This happened on a Sunday. It happened to be Palm Sunday. The next morning, 6:30 a.m., I was at work, working for Mayo. Financial provision, insurance covered everything. I am truly, truly blessed, and I thank everybody that was involved in my care and saving my life. For all of my heroes, please accept a token of my appreciation for saving my life. I have a thank you cake and a card out in the entryway for you. Thank you.
I think it's really a testament to also to our public safety workers that it's their training. I retired years ago, but I see right now they have so much more training and equipment. They're saving lives today that would not have been saved. I mean, if this had happened 10 or 15 years ago, you wouldn't have had the same level of care, I think, that you have now. So I thank all of them, and it's easy to overlook your contributions to what they do, but this just kind of reminds us just how important their services are. Thank you for coming forward and for having the fortitude to tell your story in front of everybody. I think it's kind of an uplifting story, and it kind of just helps everybody. It's just good to hear. Thank you.
And Carol, when we were laughing, it wasn't at you, it was at your darling husband, Jack, who I do know, so I can...
Not to sell him out.
Carol, I'd just like to say your story is very touching. I appreciate you sharing it. But if you look around how much these folks touched you, look at what you touched with them. I mean, you don't get this kind of turnout with the officers
No.
bringing their whole families and the children and grandchildren. This is pretty outstanding to recognize them for what they do on a daily basis, and they don't get that kind of appreciation. So it really matters that you spoke up, and I appreciate that.
Hey, there's cake. Everybody shows up for cake.
That's
Well, then, I'll tell you, you're probably gonna be bored with the rest of the meeting, so if you guys wanna go out there and share your cake, we're gonna be here for another half hour to 45 minutes, and I can tell when people are bored.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jack.
Thank you for the time.
Be good, Jax. Be good.
Okay, so we will move on to
consent agenda.
the consent agenda. We need a motion for that.
So moved.
Oh, yeah, a second to get out. Here. I see two people last there, like one died 2 days later, she was 95 years old, the other one was a lawyer. It's like, kind of conflicting, I mean, CPR. You want to say that in front of Craig? Okay, number 4, we need a motion for the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed. Number 5 is under petitions and requests, resolution setting the mileage reimbursement rate for 2020. Mr. Dankert.
On an annual basis, council sets the mileage reimbursement rate for individuals for traveling outside and around the city of Austin. The current rate is 58 cents in 2019 per mile, and the IRS has lowered that to 57.5 cents for the 2020 year. So we request council approve that as a reimbursement rate for employees that are driving.
Council, we just need a motion, or a resolution, I guess.
So move the resolution.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Helly,
Aye.
Waller,
Aye.
King, Aye.
Pashusta.
Aye.
Fisher,
Aye.
Baskin. Aye. Councilmember Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. 6 is a resolution amending the investment interest allocation policy. Tom?
As in the past couple of years, the interest earnings and the items that the city is eligible to invest in under state statute have not been getting us a rate of return because of the marketplace as we see it. With that in mind, our original policy that dates back many years had the first $450,000 of investment earnings going to our building fund. However, a couple of years ago, we amended that to lower that to $300,000. Based on what is predicted for 2020 and the rates we're seeing right now, we'd request council extend that policy to the minimum only being $300,000 again through year end.
Council? Hey? If not, we need a resolution for 6.
So move the
Is
resolution.
there a second?
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Helly,
Aye.
Waller,
Aye.
King,
Aye.
Pashusta,
Aye.
Fisher,
Aye.
Baskin, Aye. Councilmember Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. Number 7 is a resolution approving 2020 assessment rates. Stephen?
Yes, this is to set the rates for 2020 street assessments. We did make the corrections that were discussed at the previous work session. The main items that we typically use for street reconstruction is 4-inch thick sidewalk at $6 per square foot, 6-inch thick sidewalk at $8.50 per square foot, and also urban street reconstruction at $49.09 per lineal foot for street frontage for properties.
Council, anything? If not, we need a resolution.
So moved
Is there a
resolution.
second?
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Helly,
Aye.
Waller,
Aye.
King, Aye. Pashusta,
Aye.
Fisher,
Aye.
Baskin. Aye. Councilmember Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. It is a resolution approving a contract with SEH Inc. for flood mitigation services at the wastewater treatment plant. Mr. Lang.
At the previous work session, we discussed the flood study that SEH had developed for us over the past year. And here in front of you tonight is now a proposal from SEH to develop that study into plans and specifications and prepare it for bidding for a flood project that would protect the wastewater treatment plant. The goal of the project would be to construct levees or flood walls to the same level as other flood protection measures that we've completed here within the city. The total estimated cost for this work from SEH is broken down into multiple tasks, but the total cost is $526,670, and that would be paid for with a 50% DNR grant that we have in place and 50% local option sales tax, again, dollars that we have in place for this project, so we'd recommend approving this contract with SEH.
Council, I need a resolution.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Helly,
Aye.
Waller,
Aye.
King,
Aye.
Pashusta,
Aye.
Fisher,
Aye.
Baskin.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. 9 has been removed. 10 is a resolution approving a modification of lease for the Community Rec Center. Mr. Clerk.
Thank you, Mayor, members. Based on our discussion at work session, there's been an adjustment requested to our lease with the YMCA for the new Community Rec Center. Items would be moving from 5th grade through 12th grade that are as part of the public areas to 2nd grade through 12th grade, and then adjusting the payment portions for the public areas. The city is responsible for $100,000 of that and was to be paid annually at the end of the year. This would move it to quarterly payments. Those are the two changes, and council action is requested to approve the First Amendment to the lease agreement.
Council, we talked about this at the work session, but if you have anything, if not, we need a resolution for 10.
So move the
Is
resolution.
there a second?
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Helly,
Aye.
Waller,
Aye.
King,
Aye.
Pashusta,
Aye.
Fisher,
Aye.
Baskin.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
12 is a resolution, or 11 is a resolution approving a contract for a signal light study on 4th Street Northwest. Mr. Lang, I can give you the results of that study right now. That's a very unpopular light if you use 4th Street. It seems like there's more, it's got more, half the time at least is for east and west, when 90% of the traffic is north and west, or north and south. Anyway.
You didn't give us a proposal, though, Mayor. Otherwise, we would have hired you.
If this works, I got about 3 more.
Those are the exact things that we want to study as part of this and evaluate this intersection, this signal light, and so we request proposals. We have this project budgeted in our CIP for 2020. So the first step is to bring a consultant on board to help us through that process of evaluation of the intersections and really this corridor along 4th Street near the high school, Pacelli, and St. A's. So we requested proposals with WHKS being the low proposal at $32,000. We would recommend awarding this consultant services contract to WHKS to help us work through this process of evaluating this intersection.
Anybody else have a comment on this? If not, we need a resolution for 11.
So moved.
Is there a second? Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Helly,
Aye.
Waller,
Aye.
King,
Aye.
Pashusta,
Aye.
Fisher,
Aye.
Baskin.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. 12 is a resolution appointing election judges for 2020 elections. Ms. Kazel?
Yes, this is a resolution which would appoint all of our election judges and then set our dates for our election. So we're going to have the presidential primary on March 3rd, the regular primary on August 11th, and then the general election on November 3rd. I will note that the March 3rd presidential primary, we have to do special training for all of our judges, but all of that payroll and expense is going to be reimbursed by the state because the state called this special election for the presidential primary.
Council? Anything? If not, we need a resolution for 12.
So move the resolution.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Helly,
Aye.
Waller,
Aye.
King,
Aye.
Pashusta,
Aye.
Fisher,
Aye.
Baskin.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. 13 is a resolution approving an off-sale liquor license to I can't pronounce that, and Sons, Inc., DBA Apollo Liquor.
Kolakathai.
Kolakathai. Okay, anybody have any comment? Or Ann, go ahead. Do you know how to say that?
No. This is just a transfer of the Apollo liquor business. So the new owners, it's actually basically the old owners from way before, have gone through their background checks and submitted all the insurance and everything. So that would just be a transfer. And then for the next one too, that's just a new liquor license for the old Munch Ice Cream Building. They're going to do a new type of restaurant out there.
Anybody have any questions on 13 or 14? If not, we need a resolution for 13.
So moved, resolution.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Helly,
Aye.
Waller,
Aye.
King,
Aye.
Bashusta,
Aye.
Fisher,
Abstain.
Baskin,
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 6-0 with one abstaining, Your Honor.
Thank you. 14 is a resolution approving an off-sale wine license to Munch LLC DBA Mixto. Any questions? If not, we need a resolution for 14.
So moved. Second.
Or Mr. Dankert?
Councilmember Helly,
Aye.
Waller,
Aye.
King,
Aye.
Bashusta,
Aye.
Fisher,
Aye.
Baskin,
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. 15 is a resolution approving an annexation agreement with Red Rock Township for the Dryden property. Holly?
We received a petition from Karen and Forrest Dryden, who live adjacent to the country club in Red Rock Township, to annex into the city for the purposes of connecting to our sanitary sewer. They wanted to add an additional building to their property and were not able to do so without, with their current septic system. So rather than install a new septic system or get permission, or they had issues with the county on that, they decided to annex into the city to connect to our sanitary sewer system. I was at Red Rock Township meeting on Sunday night, and they approved by resolution this joint annexation agreement. The property is about 4 acres. That's and then the other kind of main piece for this is that the reimbursement to the township would be over a 7-year period, and that's to kind of help them reorganize their budget due to the loss of that tax base.
Council? If there's no questions, we need a resolution for 15.
So moved the
Is there
resolution.
a second?
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Helly,
Aye.
Waller,
Aye.
King,
Aye.
Bashusta,
Aye.
Fisher,
Aye.
Baskin,
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. 16 is a series of motions granting the Planning and Zoning Department the power to contract for the removal of junk and/or illegally stored vehicles at the following locations. A, 712 Second Avenue Northeast, the Quizwick property. We need a motion.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? B, 110 12th Street Northeast, the Patel property. Motion.
So moved. Second.
All in
Second.
favor?
Aye.
Opposed? C, 505 11th Street Northwest, the Yana Dith property. Need a motion.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? D, 406 2nd Street Southeast, the Jones property.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? E, 1904 22nd Drive Southwest, the Mitchell property.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And opposed? And finally, F, 1921 Oakland Avenue East, Rubel property. Need a motion.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We're basically finished with the council meeting. Is there anybody here that came to address the council on any issues? We're going to have a work session later. I assume you might be here for that. Otherwise, honorary council member is not present today. I think we're going to have a new one next month. So that's everybody's last day. Craig, we'll start with Paul again.
Nothing, Your Honor. Nothing, Your Honor.
I just wanted to say thank you to the city crews who have had a couple of big snow events, and I know they're out working all night and all day, and we appreciate what they do to keep our streets as safe as possible.
We'll do a good job. Jeff,
I have nothing, Your Honor.
Rebecca,
I have nothing, Your Honor.
Steve,
Nothing, Your Honor.
Joyce,
Nothing, Your Honor.
Craig,
I don't have anything, but Julie has an item.
I just wanted to let people know that if you're interested in a census job, we're going to have a representative from the U.S. Census Bureau for Census 2020 at the library on Thursday from 12 to 5, helping people fill out the forms and just giving you any information that you need. So come on out.
That was Thursday, Julie?
Thursday from 12 to 5 at the library.
this will be fun. If there's nothing else, we need a motion to adjourn till Monday, February 3rd, 2020.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We're going to take a short break and we'll meet in the small conference room across the hall.